Hello and welcome to Film Companion South. In this episode, we're going to be talking about Bigil, starring Vijay and directed by Atlee. And I think this is the film where this Vijay-Atlee combination finally gets it right. This is a mass movie as expected, but it has some solid emotional undercurrents. The first 30 minutes or so are pure fan service. Vijay makes literally a cracker of an entry. People call him CM. He fights, he does that Mersal hand wave, he sings and dances to A.R. Rahman's Veritanam, he romances Nayanthara. Best of all, he appears in a second role as a rowdy with greying hair and a raspy stammer. At this point, when the two Vijays appear, they are father and son, this is when the film gets really interesting. Until then, I thought this was going to be like Mersal and Terry, the director and actor's earlier collaborations, which is basically a sloppy and very random collection of highlight scenes. But after that initial fan service, those 30 or 40 minutes or so, the film settles down and tells an actual story. And this is where Atlee gets serious because he's kind of gotten all the Vijayisms out of the way. Not that there is no more Vijayisms, they are still there. Example, there's a great scene at a police station. But for a change, we have a film that revolves around Vijay, but not only around Vijay, because the film is about a female football team that he coaches. Atlee and his writer S. Rahman use this women's team, this number of women, to highlight a number of issues. There is an acid attack survivor, there is a woman who's been oppressed by a very patriarchal kind of household, there is a woman with an eating disorder, there is also the fact that many of these women are from underprivileged households. I have always been a little uncomfortable about these mass movies paying lip service to serious issues all in the midst of hero worship. But here these issues actually fit because this is after all about a women's team. The screenplay could have been tighter, but the film is still an example of how you can have a mass movie with its overblown world and still address some important issues, however lightly. Just like Atlee dispenses with a lot of the heroism before the actual story begins, he also dispenses with the duet. For a change, we actually have a heroine in a mass movie who has something to do. Nayanthara plays a physiotherapist, so there's actually a reason for her to hover around the hero because she is actually contributing to the team. A truly imaginative filmmaker could have made something much more out of this premise, and even with the football matches, after a point, a sense of sameness sets in. But the little things are nicely done. The emotional through line, for instance, is very, very clean and uncluttered. The songs appear at the right moment. When Singapenne comes, it's a real rouser. Yes, some people are going to say that Vijay is a bit of a savior, but the film handles this aspect with a lot of dignity. In the end, in the climax of all places, when you expect Vijay to fight off 100 villains, it's actually his team, the women, who are fighting off the opposing team. When was the last time you saw a mass movie in which the hero takes a complete backseat in the climax? I would still like to see Vijay in an all-out fun film like Tupaki, but he does some solid, serious star acting here, especially in a scene shot in a single take which has an inspirational speech. So yes, Bigil is a mass movie, but it has touches of class. The full review is up on the Film Companion website. If you like this video, do subscribe to Film Companion South and see you soon at the movies.